to the sky. Never let adventures pass you by. Be free and follow your crazy dreams. We're living our vision in the RV. Come ride with us and you'll be free.
Last week, after finishing our laundry and horsing around at the World Equestrian Center, we were ready to start making our way north out of Florida with a few stops along the way.
We did a video, 3 years ago, hasn't it been now, in St. Augustine, but there's some things we didn't see there. So we're gonna hit this Cracker Barrel that is just outside of St. Augustine, Florida. It says 18 to 19 minutes, depending on which way you take, from that Cracker Barrel to like where the fort is and that main area where all the touristy things are. So it'd be someplace that we can go right after work and see some things that we didn't see last time we were there. Walmart in St. Augustine does not allow you to stay there, right?
Correct.
Yeah, Michelle was looking at that. But the Cracker Barrel just outside off of the interstate there does. So that's where we're going to head first. And we don't know where we're going from there, but hey, it's part of the adventure.
Stay tuned. It would be fun.
Yeah, we just wish we could have spent it. Well, I'll be doggone. Well, like I said, just wanted to call and hear you guys.
When are you supposed to get more snow?
Let's come outside to check the RV, make sure everything's okay. We stayed here last night at the Cracker Barrel. We're just off of I-95 in St. Augustine. It's kind of on the outskirts of St. Augustine. What we're going to do today, so we'll be working all day. It's Monday. And at the end of the day, we're going to drive down to the Bayfront Westcott House Bed and Breakfast. And we're going to spend the night there. We were here about 3 years ago, just exploring St. Augustine. And we were riding along, and Michelle looks back, and she noticed the name Westcott. Well, that's her maiden name. So now that we're back, she wanted to spend the night there.
One thing you might want to remember, if you have something big like this, 24 foot, it's hard to find parking. They only have parking along the bay here, and the other side of the road over there is for residential parking. You can't park over there overnight. It says there on the sign, Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you go down to the machine and you put your plate in and you pay. You only have to pay to 5 p.m. and then it's free after that. We called the police station just to make sure and check, and they had somebody sent down here to look and see if we're too long for the spot, and we were okay. The one thing you do have to worry about is the height. She said it wouldn't work if we went down a little bit further because the people with the balconies would complain. They like to see their view. Last time we were here, it was pretty chilly and dreary, rainy.
It was icky, just an icky day.
It was an icky day.
Not today.
This is a lot for us to do, pack everything up just for a quick one-night stay, but hopefully it'll be worthwhile. The Bayfront Westcott House Bed and Breakfast is a charming 16-room, full-service Grand Victorian located across the tree-lined road from Matanzas Bay. This brings back memories. We had a shot of you last time, right here by the sign.
Yeah.
All right.
Love the porch.
Mm-hmm.
It's situated in the historic district of St. Augustine, close to all the restaurants, street-side cafes, shopping, galleries, attractions, and a half mile from the 1927 Bridge of Lions.
She was holding the door for me because I got this big thing and the camera. I'm holding you guys too.
At check-in, we received an informative St. Augustine orientation. Right away, we felt that their intention was to ensure our St. Augustine stay was going to be amazing. It was just what the doctor ordered, pun intended, as this grand Victorian historic house was built in 1880 as a private residence for Dr. John Westcott. Well known for his prominent military career, interest in transportation and politics, and research efforts in the cause and cure of yellow fever.
We do breakfast from 8 to 10, and we'll have tables set up in here. We'll have tables set up outside. If it's nice outside, I recommend you sit out there. It's beautiful. The sun comes up across the bay. I looked it up earlier. It's about 7:20 in the morning, and sometimes it's really, really pretty. It was like bright orange one day last week, but
Oh my goodness.
and so on your breakfast ticket. So anyway, that's about 7:20 because I looked it up earlier.
Okay.
But you can just put your time, and then just put a 1 or a 2 next to anything that you want. So the chef next time.
A little different than all the rest. I'm quite old-fashioned, wear a hat, sometimes play chess. And when I'm out, I'm looking for that vintage fling. But all complexions that I adore, so hard to find, these seem impossible to score. So I dream on to someday find that vintage love. I kept on looking, but everyone's such a bore.
This is the attic.
It's called the loft.
No, come on. Come on up.
You first.
When you get to the,
You go first.
No, I just want to show it to you. It's kind of cool. It's different. It has character. So not everybody wants to sit here.
Has
They wanna
character.
be away from everybody and not.
All
have
ghosts have
noise.
character.
This one has a view of the bay, which is kind of cute. You have to check out the bathroom. I just think it has character. It reminds me, my grandma had one of those attics that you could go up in. To
That's
it.
gorgeous.
Some people don't like it because of the ceiling, because I guess you have to, watch the bathroom, but I'm short, so I don't really
Yeah.
worry about too much. But I just think it has some character.
My gosh, that shower's huge.
Yeah, most of the showers are. The one that you're in has kind of
It's,
smaller.
yeah.
But they all, yeah, they all kind of have their own character, like I said. Some have a dark style, some have light style. This one has a little fridge, and they all have a little coffee maker.
Very pretty.
It is.
What kind of stories have you heard about ghosts?
My husband, I'll show you something that just happened a couple days ago. I have a picture that's weird.
Sure you want to stay here?
Nothing bad.
Yeah.
But one thing that's really weird is this light bulb over here. I'll turn it on because I usually turn it on at night. But I kept hearing, and I'll lock it. I kept hearing stories about this chandelier. Well, 3 days after I started, we were hit by the hurricane, so this chandelier has not worked until just very recently we rewired the whole house. And so the other night I was here and I was like, oh, that bulb's out. I reached out and I screwed it in. And then I told somebody, and they were like, that's the one. There's always one bulb that they say is out.
Oh.
And one day the housekeepers were standing here and they said they physically saw it like turning, but nobody's doing it.
Whoa.
And so that bulb for some reason is always out. I'll turn it on and see what's on today.
What's in that room?
But that's 203. I have to see if somebody's in there because I was off yesterday, so I'm not sure. But that's the one that has the blue velvety couches, and that's the room that that people say a lady comes out of this room in between 12 and 2. Have you looked up the house?
No,
and
what
the
I'm
stories?
saying is
Isn't that
it's
weird?
like it's pointing
Okay,
that way.
Well, and there's a lady that they say, if you want to see anything, it gives me goosebumps because weird stuff happens sometimes at night. But they say she comes out of this door and she's totally peaceful, but she just goes out on the porch. And they said she looks really sad. And there's a story that her husband died here. So they think her spirit is trapped here. I've had people tell me there's a little girl here. The old manager that used to work here when I first started, she was with the house for a couple years. She told me she would always hear little footsteps walking behind her.
That just
Good.
fascinates me.
Yeah, I know. But
It's
the good thing, nothing bad has ever
No,
happened.
it's never anything. It's never anything bad. Just something weird like sometimes I come upstairs and I'll have this door locked, which I need to lock it now because it'll creak
Oh,
later. But
yeah.
I'll come up and all of a sudden the door will be open, and I'm like, okay.
Dr. John Westcott was also a heavy hitter in the development of the Intracoastal Waterway that links the St. Johns River to Miami. Dr. Westcott passed away on December 31, 1888, and his only daughter, Rachel, lived in the home until her death. The home changed hands a few times over the years and saw its fair share of gatherings amongst St. Augustine's elite. In the 1970s, it was converted into a guest house and has been entertaining tourists and travelers ever since. Before heading out for dinner, we decided to enjoy the early evening social hour, which is held every evening from 5 to 6:30 p.m. and features an assortment of beers, wines, and light snacks.
What do we have here, Michelle?
Orange in there.
Oh, orange. Very good.
Very.
And she makes all this stuff herself, you said?
Yeah.
Inside this cabinet, you have this lighted mirror that you can use, magnified mirror for putting on makeup or whatever. There is a hairdryer in that bag. In the closet, there is an iron and ironing board as well. You need that. Plenty of hangers. Some Westcott robes. A very nice place. You've done a lot of nice little personal touches. For instance, you ever seen somebody do a nice personal touch on toilet paper? Yes, toilet paper. I suppose is there kind of a joke with this toilet paper so things smell rosy? Yes, it's shaped like a rose.
You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say that I love you. Ooh,
Here's Carriage House.
you. Ooh, ooh. You're the rose in a garden, and it shows if I'm honest. You're the leaves in mid-August, and I've come out here to say
So they give you a little card that you mark your breakfast items, right? Mm-hmm. What was all in there?
It was a breakfast entree, like so every day it probably changes, and we selected the egg. Forgot already.
Egg, potato, ham,
Oh, yeah.
kind of little
cup.
dish cup. Yeah, that's what it was called.
And then a croissant, of course.
Or you can choose eggs and bacon too.
Yeah. And then a bakery item, which is made fresh every day. And
Fruit.
coffee. Oh, and a fruit cup.
Fruit. Yeah, so you can choose what you want, how many of each, and just select that. She said that there's, like tomorrow at 7:20 a.m., it's going to be a nice, beautiful sunrise coming over the bay right here. You sit on the porch with your coffee. It's just beautiful. So hopefully we're gonna see that. But now we're walking distance to some good restaurants. The Columbia also. You may remember us eating there in,
Tampa.
in Ybor City,
Mm-hmm.
a suburb of Tampa. They have a restaurant here also, but Bonnie back here at the bed and breakfast told us about a place down here that they just kind of remodeled, and it's supposed to be really good. do you
You want
think?
to sit under the tree or not under the tree?
Oh, I'm fine. I can duck. Hope there's no birds in there. I don't want poo in my hair.
Baja grouper. There's quite a bit of salt on there. That one's yours.
With chips?
Chips are good.
Very good.
I got the
Grouper.
The grouper.
Yeah.
It's like a cilantro lime grouper, something like that.
Yep. It looks pretty good.
It does. What'd you get?
Avocado enchiladas, and they look really good.
If you like Mexican food, we would definitely recommend this place.
Big portions.
After dinner, we decided to take a walk down St. George Street, which is a pedestrian-only, street-lined restaurants, shops, attractions, and immersed history.
3 years ago, we had pizza here.
Afterwards, we headed back to the bed and breakfast to enjoy the view on the balcony of the St. Augustine Lighthouse, which is still to this day a working lighthouse that functions as a private aid to navigation for the U.S. Coast Guard and is the navigational beacon for St. Augustine, Florida.
Almost forgot that we have to go feed the meter. Parking meters, you have to feed them between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. It's a quarter till 8, so before we go have breakfast, I gotta run down here and feed the meter, and I figured I might as well take our bag. It's like a leisure travel van. Stay the night here too. Always check around. Feels weird when we leave a van overnight because we're usually staying in it. So like we said yesterday, we placed our order on a little piece of paper that we checked off everything that we want, and we just checked in with them, and also you select the time that you want,
Yeah.
and we just checked in with them, and they're going to bring everything to us.
And we have a beautiful view, and it's very peaceful right now.
It is. Mornings are so beautiful. Clouds are moving in.
It's supposed to rain today.
It was really pretty when that sunrise was coming up. At least it held off for the sunrise.
I know. Looks good. Peaches.
It's peaches. We've seen Westcott without the T many different places, but hardly ever do we see it spelt the same way Michelle's maiden name was, with a W-E-S-T-C-O-T-T. But we sure would like to find out if it's a relative.
I know. Do a little more digging.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy this fruit.
Let's. It looks absolutely wonderful.
It does.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
That was a
That might be yours.
raspberry cake with strawberry ganache.
Yeah, I think that's what she said. Mm-hmm. Wow. Something else that we forgot to mention, if there's any dietary needs, they accommodate you. Gluten-free, vegan, doesn't matter what it is. She accommodates. The food is very, very good. At least if we were going to go back to our rating system, definitely a 9 for a breakfast. And they had this little salad. They had slivers of almonds and some fruit on it. And the sauce, as a dressing it tasted like a caramel, lightly sweet, but not too thick of a caramel. Oh my gosh.
It was amazing,
And that guacamole she made yesterday has it was in a watermelon. How creative that was.
I know.
And then little chips of watermelon mixed in that. Would have never thought watermelon and guacamole goes good together.
It was very good. I don't want to leave.
That was a very nice day.
Oh, and I
Guys.
enjoyed talking to all of them.
If you get a chance, seriously, you should stay there. It was rated the #1 bed and breakfast, and we forgot to ask when that rating was.
Yeah.
But in the United States, the #1 bed and breakfast. Don't remember seeing that last time we were here. Maybe it was something recent since we've been here.
Could have been.
But you guys should stay there. Very, very good experience.
Highly recommend.
And then view of the bay to boot.
I know.
All right, guess what? We got to go back to work now.
Oh crap.
Did you by chance look to see how much what the batteries are at?
I did. They're at 84%.
That's a nice thing. If you are going to spend the night somewhere with this, you're okay leaving the AC running. As long as you got enough battery, you don't have anything to worry about. And it was pretty warm yesterday too. So starting from 100%, it dropped down to 84% overnight. All right, Michelle's all set up working. I'm just going to pull just right around the block here. There's a parking lot. I'm going to move over to that instead of staying here, and we're just going to work there for the day. And that way, if we decide to do anything else around St. Augustine tonight, we'll already be here. It's after 5 o'clock, and we decided we're going to eat at the Columbia. Are you going to get your best bread pudding that you've ever had in your whole life again?
I just might.
Just like, oh gosh. And then we're going to go on a diet, and we're going to start being healthier, right?
I keep saying that.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. It's cold in here?
It's chilly. The AC.
Crab cake. Looks good. It's kind of loud in here because of the rain. But I got it's called the Columbia salad, isn't
It'll be
it?
a 1905.
1905 salad with shrimp.
And I got the same, just a side salad with ham.
The Columbia food was really good, wasn't it?
Oh,
Can't
very good.
I don't think we can hardly see you back there, though.
I'm just the voice coming from the dark.
Scary. The ghost followed us from the... Michelle had her bread pudding again. We forgot. She got so excited. We forgot. We both were excited. We forgot to take a little video of it. It's like a huge piece.
It's like...
Times 2.
Yeah, two
See how excited she
big
is?
squares like this.
Oh, they were bigger than that.
No, well, and then this thick, so.
And it was thicker.
And we stopped at the little store,
Yes.
gift shop.
Uh-huh.
And we got some
Colombian coffee.
coffee.
Yeah.
And we got some
The dressing. If you ever have that
salad dressing.
at the Columbia, get the 1905 salad. If you like salad, it's so good. It had the shrimp salad, and it was very, very good. All right, now we're going to figure out whose house we're going to stay at. No, just kidding. No, probably Cracker Barrel. So Michelle and I have determined that we think we've had enough of St. Augustine. And it's raining too.
But we decided that before it started raining. We were here like 3 years ago, and we did quite a bit around the city. And
So, look for our video. Scroll, look, 3 years ago.
now we're going to decide where we're going to go next. And honestly, we don't know. We may just go up here to the Cracker Barrel here before we head north, but we know we're heading north. We may go to Jacksonville, go to Charleston. We're just wasting time right now. We don't mean to, but we're going to let you go because we got some driving to do. Goodbye.
Call it a day and celebrate. Let's celebrate. Call it a day.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, click that little bell, and hit that thumbs up.
Call it a day.
See you next week.